Whenever we try to get fit, lose weight, and get onto that health journey, we always have a very bad relationship with food. We end up not liking it and trying to categorize food as good or bad rather than focus on developing that relationship with food. And here in today's video, I will share my experiences and things that has helped me develop that good relationship with food, and because of which today I can definitely say that my relationship with food has not only impacted my physical health but also uplifted my mental well-being. First and foremost thing that has helped me develop that relationship with food is mindful eating. No matter how much I emphasize on this particular point, it is the most important thing that you can do in order to build that relationship with food. I learned to eat slowly, savoring each bite and paying attention to how food makes me feel. My simple STC rule, that is smell it, texture, feel and chewing it properly, helps me build that mindful eating habit, tell me when to stop, and ensures that I develop that relationship with food. It's crucial and imperative to everyone try it in order to ensure that you stop at the right time and you eat as much as required by your body. Second important point is to understand your hunger. I learned to differentiate between physical hunger and emotional hunger. Most of the time when we are eating, we eat out of emotional extrinsic hunger. When we see pizza on TV or when we see anyone talking about food, watching food videos, everything make us feel hungry. However, when you understand you're not hungry because of the real hunger or the intrinsic hunger, you actually differentiate between it and you eat food at right time when your body needs it. Any relationship with food is incomplete if you don't understand the basic important requirements of your body. When you understand that your body requires protein, carbs and fats, these are the basic fuels, and with that your body requires vitamins and minerals. If your meals are balanced, you will definitely develop a good relationship with food, and your meals containing all important vegetables, your proteins, carbohydrates for energy, fats for absorption of those vitamins and minerals, also in variety of actions that your body needs to perform. All of these important macronutrients and micronutrients, when taken care of in your meals, you will get results in developing better health, not only in shorter run but also in a longer term. So always focus on balanced diet, because that not only helps you today but also tomorrow. That balanced diet will help you develop that relationship with food that will nourish you. It will ensure that you start liking the food that you eat. I remember the time when I used to eat a lot of junk food, unhealthy food. So what happens is when you eat pizza or a burger, you definitely get a lot of calories and you can even maintain a good calorie deficit with it. But what ends up is that because there is lack of fiber in it, there is a lack of protein in it, you won't feel full, you won't feel satisfied, because of these meals are not high in satiety, and because of their low satiety values, they will not keep you fulfilled for a longer period of time. And as a result, you will start feeling hungry again. And that relationship with food then breaks down. Your cells get confused on when to expect food because they're not actually full. They have just digested it. You're retaining calories, but you're not retaining what is actually required by your body in order to perform variety of functions. Your body needs protein for build and repair. Your body needs fat in order to absorb vitamins and minerals. Your body needs vitamins and minerals in order to do variety of functions, from blood flow to energy, to not let any other deficiencies come up in your body with the replenishment of important vitamins and minerals. So yes, it's crucial for all of us to incorporate balanced diet as much as we can. Moving on to the next point, that is about cooking. Now, cooking skills play a very important role if you want to develop a good relationship with food. If you learn to cook, it has helped me appreciate food more and make healthier choices. I've always focused on it and also let my clients focus on this particular point, that start liking food and learn this art of cooking, because it is not only a just a hobby but also a skill, a life saving skill which helps you know about food much more. Let me tell you a very honest story. From childhood itself, I always had a very broken relationship with food. And when it comes to my weight loss journey, I always wanted to lose couple of kgs, and I knew that I can only do it by eating less food. I never went for cooking anything, and I even didn't realize what actually goes inside the food. Without realizing what goes inside your food, you can never develop that relationship. And when I started cooking and knowing about my food much more, like what spices goes in, what kind of milk I'm using, what paneer is made up of, how is paneer different from cheese, there are a variety of things that you only know when you start cooking. So cooking has always played a very major role, and it's not just a hobby thing or a gender thing, that not only women should cook or men should cook. It's a life skill and everybody should know about it. It's not a gender role ki only women should know cooking. No, not at all. Every women, men who wants to be healthy should know cooking, because cooking not only helps you in developing that relationship with food, it educates you about each and everything what goes inside your stomach. And with the evolution that we have had, this is our basic right, that is to know about what we are actually putting in our stomach. If you are eating, say, a paratha, what is paratha actually made up of, what is carbohydrate, what is fiber, what you are putting inside it. When you know about it, you will never prepare anything that is having too much of trans fat. You will avoid using too much of oil, because you know that this is giving me too much of cholesterol, or this is over fried, this is overcooked. So once you know about your food, you will also take actions to be healthy and fit. So yes, cooking your meals on your own not only is convenient, also helps you not order food from outside, but also will help you develop that good relationship with food. It will educate you much more. And this is what we want, right? We want education about what goes inside our stomach. That's why we are humans who have brains. And when we have brain, we have got to use it in order to know what we are putting inside our stomach. It will not only reduce your cravings, because smell of the food that you're preparing for yourself will actually satisfy you way before you are eating it. So this is what I have done for myself. So whenever I prepare my own meals, it helps me feel full much before if I have had not prepared my own meals. This is just because the smell is also one of the sense that makes you feel fulfilled about the meal that you're going to consume. It's one of that initial senses. So yes, start preparing your own meals from today. Next important point is portion control. Now, portion control or developing certain techniques when you know when to stop comes with eating slow and developing and understanding your hunger much better. I learned to listen to my body signals and eat until satisfied, not overly full. So for example, this technique called harachibu from Japanese, if you know, I have also shared that in my previous videos, which shares that you have to eat until 80% full. So if you start eating until you are 80% full, you end up listening to your body much better. And portion control comes with simple acts of keeping your bite small, using smaller plates, and I can make a detailed video on how you can control your portions. Let me know if you want it in the comment section below. Next important point that has actually helped me understanding food and develop a good relationship with it is viewing food as a fuel for my body. I started making choices based on nutrition rather than emotions. So my emotion will definitely navigate me to have pizzas and burgers, but when I consider nutrition as of prime importance, I will always look for food that has fiber, lot of vitamins and minerals, lot of protein. So these choices only comes with the fact when you consider food as a fuel and not just makes decisions out of emotions. Next thing what I did is I began exploring new foods and flavors, making my meals more exciting and satisfying. Now, this is a very very important step. If you really want to develop that relationship with food, you will always have to experiment and diversify your taste and taste buds. You cannot just focus on one kind of meal. That not only is good for your body, it's also important for you to explore new varieties. And when you start doing so, you will know that, oh, Mexican has this thing that is quite nutritious. Oh, Italian also has this thing that is quite nutritious. These are different cuisines in the world, and this is something that I want to try. And this is actually help you explore new food choices, make yourself more aware about food, and this will help you in a longer run when you travel the world, gather more experiences. And there is one series that I do on my Instagram that is about nutri-culture, where I explored different cultures of different states of our country. This is something that you must check out. It will also build that awareness about food. Next important point is the emotional awareness. I learned to cope up with my emotions without using food, finding other ways to deal with stress and boredom. Now, why we always end up eating when we are stressed or when we are bored? It's because this is our defense mechanism to stress and boredom. We always navigate ourselves to food whenever we don't have anything to do or when we're stressed. So instead of using food as a tool for combating your stress or boredom, navigate this stress energy into doing something that is very exciting, that is fun, and it's better to do with things other than food. You have to clearly put yourself away from that energy that navigates you towards food while you are emotional. So yes, emotional eating is something that you need to conquer if you have to develop a good relationship with food. Next important point is to eat at regular intervals and snacks. It actually helped me maintain a stable energy levels throughout the day. So when you are not eating for a longer period of time between the day, you will have unstable energy curves, less insulin will be released, and you will end up overeating in the next meal. So this not only helps you moderate and balance your energy levels, but also will ensure that your insulin levels are in check throughout the day, and avoid overeating at the next meal when you have not overeaten for a longer period of time. So yes, ensure regular meals throughout the day. Last but not the least, make sure that you listen to your cravings. Cravings are not bad, but the only way to tackle them is to listen to them. When you listen to those cravings without any judgment, finding a balance is what we call as a good relationship with food. I started listening to my cravings without any judgment, finding a balance in indulgence, like understanding what is actually happening. If I'm craving, why I'm actually craving? Am I really hungry or I'm just thirsty? So understanding those cravings actually helped me develop that relationship with food.